Let's get the show on the road. Shall we? Shall we? There it is. Boom, baby. Boom. Rise and shine. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. Your host with the most is Marky Saint. Live from my bungalows here in Las Vegas. Every morning I get up and I'm blessed to be alive. That's a blessing. Even with the monkeys waking me up in the morning, it's a blessing. And we got fresh limes. We got fresh jackfruit, and these motherfuckers came over here and started eating all my motherfucking jackfruit. Just check this shit out. Look at my jackfruit. It's jacked up. The monkeys, it smells so sweet and it's so sticky. I mean, literally, it's like glue coming out of here. It's just straight glue from the jackfruit, and it smells so potent, dude. I don't blame them. It literally feels like or smells like oh man, it's just such a sweet smell. It's like ants are coming after it. It's really sticky like a rubber tree. I wouldn't be surprised if this jackfruit isn't related to the fucking rated to the rubber tree somehow, some way. I mean, I'm literally serious about that. So one of those one of those days, let's get into it, shall we? All right, so homegirl that met me and hung out for 2 hours and then met my homeboy, started hooking up with him in 5 minutes, made a beeline for him, started hanging out with him. He came over. Of course, he didn't want to come say hi to me. He was coming to steal my girl. He was being cocky about it, even though he's missing an arm. Get it? Cocky. Anyway, this dude, I go, yeah, well, she did to me, she'll do it to you. She has no loyalty. And sure as shit, the other homie we were hanging out with, the German guy, really cool dude, really tall, 6'4", skinny, German, fit, good looking dude. And he got switched up for that. So she went monkey branching all over this motherfucking town, bro. I'm telling you, girl, these hoes ain't loyal. Yeah. They are not, even in the slightest. So, interesting turn of events, that hypergamy, and I talk about these polys, and she's still messaging me, and I'm confusing things, and you know, who knows such things, man. I least of all me, right? Least of all me, do I get to predict such things. So I ask an open-ended question. What is love? Is love just a fleeting feeling? Is it a commitment? Is it something that we all desire like a drug? You know what I mean? It's one of these things in our lives that we gotta go, what does love mean to us? And how do we love? What's our love languages? Do we prefer acts of service? Do we prefer time? Do we prefer where's my other phone, man? I need to do some research. Other phone. Here you go, phone. Your boy say, look how skinny I'm getting, bro. Look how skinny your boy is. Looking like my high school wrestling photo. That's right. It was like out to here, bro. Health is wealth. I ain't lying to y'all. You know what I mean? Health is wealth. This girl's just not getting this message. Bitches be like, bro. Bitches be like. And that's why I think what ends up happening is like we don't know how to love, so we only love ourselves. It's such an easy love. Well, maybe not even that sometimes, even loving ourselves, but the easier love than to loving someone else is to love yourself. That would probably be step one in Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We all have needs and wants and desires, but do we do anything about it? And most of the time we desire, I'm trying to get this weed going here. We desire things usually as a dream, esoterically, something that's far out there. Like I want a Ferrari. Well, I don't have a plan to get a Ferrari. Like I don't have the money and wherewithal, and I don't even know how to drive an exotic car, but we'll want something like that, right? Same like the girls going to the basketball team or basketball game. They're all sitting there with their big old titties, pretty hair, and pretty outfits, and they're sitting there hoping that one of these basketball dudes swoop them up. And for the most part, they do. They just swoop them up. They don't keep them up, And then it's like, what kind of mate are you attracting, right? Are you attracting somebody that's just going to use you for your body, use you for your money, use you for your time and energy, and not replace it within you, right? Like, seems to be the issue. And it's nothing personal to anyone, dude. I'm just watching hypergamy at its finest. This is just what it is. And like I tell my friends, I never felt short in my life. Even as I see her, I don't feel like a short king or whatever verbiage people use or whatever. But for sure, she went from short, tall to tallest in less than a week. It's not even been a fucking full week, and this chick's already fucking bouncy, bouncy. And the hypergamy is real. The monkey branching is real. The I want another thing, even though this dude's got a full on girlfriend, he wasn't even searching. He was supposed to go hunting with me yesterday, just yesterday. And she was on somebody else's lap, and he was already kind of trying to push away from her because she's a little bit annoying playing on her phone too long and not much substance. She's just getting what she wants out of it. She'll sit there with you at the mini mart. She'll laugh at your jokes. She'll fluff her hair. She does all the cues of somebody that's trying to. Is she supposed to be? Is she a Taurus too? I don't know. Anyway, um, life has a way of choosing, you know, and a seed chooses, opens its stymie and lets in some pollen, and then it creates a seed, then it pushes it into the fruit, and then the fruit drops down, or the monkey takes it down, and in this instant, fucker, takes it down. I kind of really want to show this, but I don't want it to get really all over the place, but like man, it smells so danky. Yeah. Water's off today already this morning, so I gotta be careful of it, but I need to harvest it from the tree so these monkeys don't steal from me. But um puts the seed in the plant, and then the plant drops down, and some little motherfucking monkey at 7 a.m. looking ass and trying to steal it. You should have seen it. He was a big fucker. When these things run, bro, when I tell you these monkeys run, they literally sound like medium-sized dogs, bro. Like, real talk. They sound like a medium-sized dog walking across the way here, and I was just like, God damn. You know? Yeah. Not a small task, bro. Loving someone is not a small task. Feeling it, I think, is the easy part. Having feels is something that's so surreal. It's something that's out of this world. Everything else, you're like, okay, I'm about to drink coffee. I'm about to feel this way. I'm about to go on a roller coaster. I'm about to feel this way. With love, you can't predict which way you're gonna feel. You can't predict which one motherfucker it is. You can't predict what's there, how it's gonna end. It's so unpredictable, but it's one of the strongest feelings that we have in our human arsenal. You know what I'm saying? And so, uh, in Vegas, we'll give you alcohol, right? We'll let you drink yourself into inhibition, and that way you don't know what you're wishing for, what's going on, and all these other things they tend to leak in, right? But when you're in love, it don't calculate like that. When you're in love, it doesn't go, you know what, today I'm gonna get in love, You might say, okay, today is a day for exercise, No, that might actually happen. But neither here nor there does anybody ever go like, I'd really like to fucking, you know, I'd really like if someone's thanking me for the happy birthday wishes, birthdays on shirts, find that your brain gets into love mode, and then it finds somebody, for whatever reason, however you stack it psychologically, maybe they finessed you. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I was distracted yesterday. Sorry, I was distracted yesterday. This bitch, she don't give a fuck about me. And we don't know who we're gonna about to give a fuck about. That's the real weird part, Like with your family, it's almost like chosen, right? But then maybe it's the person, the way that they look. Maybe it's the way that they approached you, like homeboy with the one hand, just come up, hi, I'm Jerome, or whatever the fuck his name is, And like you can swoop, you can make love to somebody within 6 hours in my bungalow and fall in love and do 24-hour, 48-hour love. You can love forever. You know what I mean? You could find that one person that completes you, and for some reason you can't live without them. You know, and then there's the people that'll leave you, and love them and leave them. You know, how my buddy said. Um, he said it like a song lyric. It was really quite funny. He's from England, so he was like, "I gotta love you and leave you." I gotta love you and leave you. You know, so like he was almost like, what's the fucking dude's like? What's his name, bro? Rod Stewart. You know, he's one of those guys. You know, he was so Rod Stewart about it. You know, maybe she's walking on something new. Whatever that dude's name. You know what I mean? Like Maggie, I found a number new. Anyway, but besides for being Rod Stewart, Short King Holler, um, you know, for some people that shit don't matter. For some people, it doesn't matter if I'm short. It doesn't matter what my status is. It's just who I am and my being and the words that I say and the way that I think. And for some people, it's gonna be like, he doesn't have a motorbike. He doesn't own the bungalow systems. And unless he buys me dinner, he ain't smelling this pussy. And there's a lot like that. So I made a love list. Okay, a love list. I had to write it down. It's kind of personal, so I'm not just gonna just jump on it and share it to the world. But there was a lot of what I do and don't want from a partner. And that's a really tough question because it's not like I can shape people, and people aren't just made in a factory to come out and just love you the way that you want to be loved. And that just so happens to happen. But, it was nice to have some guardrails. That's what my friend was saying. Yeah, my friend said, "Thanks, honey. I'll give you some extra minutes of my time. Let me help make up for it." Did you get laid for your birthday? You get laid for your birthday? Little naughty bitch. She said, "I've always been horny." I'm like, "I bet you have." I'll send the same message to the next girl. Did you get laid? Just keep it sexual, keep it light, keep it funny. Some conversations are serious, platonic conversations. Like, are the files done, Jeff? And when will we see the perspective or the file reports? And then there's some that are juice. Attraction is a motherfucker. We get attracted to coffee, we get attracted to cocaine, we get attracted to alcohol. We don't see it as attraction, we see it as addiction. But it's a very strong attraction to these things that you'll find somebody that really rings your bell. And I was listening to the porn star, who's my boy Danny D. I know him personally, and Danny D was on about talking about um, how, or it wasn't Danny D. It was somebody else. Who's the guy that was fucking since Lexington Steel and shit, and George Jordan, my boy, fucked all the hot chicks. But he said that some vaginas don't fit some penises. Out of all the evolution, some you just stick it in. It's like it's ready to make you come. You can't tell, but some you can fuck it all day, and it's never gonna make you come. We are fit for each other. Out of 5,000 pussies this man slept with, certain ones feel like certain ways. And we all just think whole hair, juice, stick. And then it's like, wait, not all are created equal. And that some are meant to fit. I remember once seeing a like documentary about these guys matching their deer or their moose, or the way that the Native Americans used to measure sexuality, and then the girls too. Are you a moose? Are you are you a moose? Are you a horse? Are you any of these things? You know what I'm saying? Like the girl said, "No, I didn't get laid," and started laughing. You know, I'm gonna ask her if she wants to get laid. Let's see. Do you want to get laid? Want to come into the forest with me? Unlike the French girl who was like, yeah, I watched the orgy started before the club. And I came up behind her and rubbed on her butt. And she's like, don't touch my ass. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, you're fat, you're ugly, you're lucky anyone's touching your ass at all. Like, you for sure are getting no love. So, anyway, my hands wanted to fall off and quit on me from my wrist after touching her butt. You know what I'm saying? They're like, that's it. We're not your hands anymore, bitch. I'm out this bitch. I'm out this edge acting like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Okay, okay. Oh, skirt, okay. Oh, skirt, skirt, skirt. Skirt, skirt, bitch. Skirt, skirt, bro. And that's what ends up happening. Where all my weed comes skirting out. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm just looking at it as a person sitting there at the mini mart all night, or morning till night, noon till night, you know, and just kind of absorbing people's character and actions and what people actually do in real life in real time, not in some statistic paper sheet or in a lab or some questionnaire. No, this girl literally just switched to my boy Cedric off of my other boy from Germany, and German boy. She's just banging all the German boys. England's getting Germany right now, bro. If if everybody knew about Dunkirk, right? We wouldn't be here right now. I guess the war's over, buddy. You know, I guess it's free love everywhere. Who would have known that a piece of pussy slagging around England can come here to Thailand and pick up all the Z Germans? We're actually winning the war. You know, the Allies are winning thanks to her titties. But you know, what is love? You know, is it the commitment? Is it someone that always holds your hands? Is it polyamory? Is it someone that you feel that you're in love with at the time? Does it disappear in 72 hours, 48 hours, 24 hours, 2 minutes? You know, do you fall in love just because your pants tingle and you see an image? You know, what about all these fake porn stars that are pretend like, hey baby, call me, I'll FaceTime you for $100, and you're just like borrowing someone's time and not being given someone you're not been given their time. I would think that that's part of it. I'm about to open it when we light this when I light this joint because we need to talk about the love languages. And I was trying to explain it to the girl, but I didn't have them memorized. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's get it. Shall we? Shall we? So, love languages. She said no, she did not get laid. No. And I'm going to be like, wanna? Straight up, do you want to get laid? Because it's 10 a.m. and I'm ready and horny and doing something for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I need just some love and affection and not even love in the real way, more like lust. Yeah. Do we even label it that? Do we even label it correctly? Or are we just all up in our feels? You know? And that's what ends up happening. All right. So, love languages. Love languages. Come on. Ho. Yep. Come on, ho. Come on, ho. Search up, bitch. Slap, slap, slap. Do you like it BDSM? Do you like the spankings? Do you like it rough? A little bit of slaps in the face, slaps on the ass. Do you want it all? Why is this thing not looking for it? Love languages. Oh, she doesn't want to get laid. That's fine.
According to Wikipedia, the 5 love
Ah.
languages, How to Express Heartfelt Commitment to Your Mate was a 1992 nonfiction book by Baptist minister Gary Chapman.
Receiving gifts, physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service. So I had the acts of service, somebody buying you dinner or something, receiving gifts, you know, a gift at the dinner, quality time, the dinner, and words of affirmation, you're beautiful, and then physical touch. And I find that to be the hardest one. Shoulder, elbow, hands, pretty easy. The rest of it, not so much, you know. Being able to cross that boundary with someone, that they're not just an entity and a human and an energy, then you're touching them and you're into them and you might actually be in them. So, yeah. Did she respond no? Oh, she didn't respond yet. Oh, we're gonna figure it out. So that's gonna be the tough one. Acts of service seemed to be the easiest one because anybody can go up there and buy flowers or help you move or um, I don't know what other shit that we bend over backwards for hoes. Give them 100 baht because they ran out of money and then they took off on the island and don't pay me back. But she did tell the chick to pay me back so that I can get her out of that. But at first she left. Anyway, I had 100 down. Quality time. For some people, that's all it's about. They don't want you to buy them anything. You don't even need to fuck them. As long as you're there and they don't feel lonely, it means the world to them. Words of affirmation. You're so beautiful. Some bitches that shit don't work on. Some bitches, you got to start that way. Physical touch, once again, hard bridge to cross. But if you're into each other like we were, she basically got naked and fucked me right in the bed. Physical touch, that's all we needed. And then receiving gifts. Maybe you want to buy your way in. For some people, money turns them on. You buy me a Chanel bag, you can fuck me in my butt. It doesn't matter as long as you nut. That type of shit, right? So 5 love languages, pretty simple shit. IT92, people get more spiritual. They're talking about twin flames, talking about soulmates, pretty much all of human existence. Like this weird interactive world that we participate called love that moves us and moves mountains, man. And then we like, what the fuck? Why am I under a spell? I had just a regular life, I was just a kid. Playing was my thing. Then I got older. Then playing with women became my thing. The opposite sex turned me on. And basically for the last 25 years, that's what I've been chasing. This desire to want to be loved or touch someone or fuck someone or be with someone or talk to someone. It's strong. It's strong. It's esoteric because there's feelings of I gotta go earn money, I gotta go get my status, I gotta build myself up. There's feelings of goals and aspirations and living a life fully. And then there comes love, and love just trumps all cards, bro. It just wins everything. Unlike ex president, this trump card is a weird one. It's a weird one that takes over our whole system. Like we can be cognitive, you can be intelligent, but even Albert Einstein liked to get his freak on. And much like your boy Sir Isaac Newton was in the, I don't know if you can remember the tulips, the War of the Tulips, when tulips, the bulbs were going for as much as mansions. It was ridiculous. The seeds, right? And people were just going mad for flowers, and people were just up in the ante. And then the market crashed. Right? It was the first market crash ever. That things can't necessarily always go up, and this is when you know if you really got love, because what are you going to do when it goes down? And it's about to go down. There will be a day when the love tap turns off. And that's why I said love isn't enough. Love isn't enough, bro. It's not. Matter of fact, let me go into that video so we can play it real quick. Let me go. I sent it to this girl, but it's not. And I want you to hear this out because it was that important to me. Oh, she's active now. It hasn't seen me any mentions. That bitch. At least she's awake. At least she's alive. And yeah, she met someone else on the other part of the journey and shit. She's up. Will she message me? Who knows such things? Where's the video that said love is not enough? There it is. Love isn't enough. I love this guy, dude. He's so good at it. But
the sad truth is that love will never be enough to save your relationship. At least not the way today's culture has defined it. Frankly, I don't even care that you love each other. Anyone with a pulse in their brain can fall in love. But I had to learn the hard way that love doesn't sustain a relationship. Connection and intimacy and safety and trust do. And those require a lot more than just love, don't they? That's
yeah,
great that you love
trust.
each other. Here's a better question. Do you respect each other? Does your partner feel respected and valued? Do you even care anymore? Do you work to appreciate each other? Do you serve each other mutually? Can you take accountability when you mess up? Can you repair conflicts together? Can you listen when they say you accidentally hurt them? Can you be vulnerable? Are you a safe place for them to be vulnerable and honest about what they need to feel valued? Because love's not going to be enough. How you love each other is what's going to make the difference. And for those of you who are married, saying I do doesn't mean you can. It just means you want to. Sad truth is that love will never be enough to
Saying
save
I
your
do
relationship.
doesn't mean that you can. Bam. Means that you want to. And that's what you're really presenting yourself. You're a flawed human being, perfectly imperfect, mostly saints, and you're coming up to this person who's also extremely flawed and has their own idiosyncrasies, and it happens that way. It becomes very intense very quickly, and then you got to deal with it, right? You got to be the one that be, um, is this person worth fighting in the trenches for? Is this person going to get in the trenches with me and fight with me, or I'm always going to fight up this hill and it's a losing battle? Even Napoleon went up a hill to go take Tulum. Alexander too. I think he caught one in the thigh. Anyway, oh, and Napoleon got stabbed in the thigh. But the point is that it's risky business climbing ladders up walls, and we all got walls, and we all got idiosyncrasies, and we all got OCDs, and we all got things that turn us on and turn us off, and people that we want to choose, and people that we want to sleep with, and all these other fucking things. This is all part of it. It's all part of sexuality. Girls are bouncing around from dudes to dudes. Boys are bouncing around from girls to girls. We are the monkeys in these trees. Fucking monkeys eating my fucking fruit. God damn fuckers. Anyway, point being is that love is a very esoteric feeling. It's just so out of body. It's like nothing else that you feel. There's a whole wheelhouse of emotions spinning around. We're all gonna feel it. I thought it was so funny that my friend said he was off on the right foot, and it's like, isn't that funny that that phrase might not go down in China, but a China man can feel, or a Japanese man can feel off on the right foot. He could get up to work and say, step out the door and go, this is gonna be a good day, off on the right foot, and that's what ends up happening, right? We step out into the world and we feel these things. All of us individually, we all feel something. Good feeling, to feel uh, all things. Sorry, don't know for that. Baby's crying, but hopefully you get to feel love. These feelings are so tremendous. It's better. It's like a mixture of oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin in one. It's like the best drug going, and love is my drug. I'm addicted to love, and probably in all the wrong ways. I get addicted to it, then I want to quit it, then I want to push it away, then I want it back. That's where it's at. You know what I mean? And connected than ever, but we're missing connection. We're missing that feeling. We're not getting that love drug because we're synthesizing it. We're synthesizing our dopamine being online. We're not meeting people in real life. We're using apps to connect instead of cold approach. We don't really know the person. And even when you really do meet someone, you really don't know them. I keep talking about people's true desires and that sex parties I went to. You don't know their kinks. You don't know their poly. You don't know if they're kinky. You don't know if they're sexual. You don't know if they're bisexual. You don't know if they're fucking just there for the night or they're there for the long haul. It's a tough dance to find the pussy the vagina that fits the penis, and and there's going to be one that fits, and hopefully it fits for you. It's only got to work for you, you know what I mean? But hopefully you get that feeling. Hopefully you get those butterflies. At least that's what we call it. A love supreme, a love supreme, a love supreme, a love supreme. Da 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 da. Go do some John Coltrane. A love supreme. That's what it really feels like. Just this higher level, and I would play it, but they would block it. And anyway, you know my point. Look it up, John Coltrane. A love supreme. I'm gonna listen to it after this for sure. Let me add that up. But that's what we want. We want a love supreme, something on a level that feels so supreme, so much better than anything else. Let me show it to you. A love supreme, John Coltrane. Play that. Go ahead, screenshot it. I Love Supreme by John Coltrane. I'm gonna listen to it this morning, but that's what we're all looking for. We're looking for supreme love. We're looking for probably all five love languages. We're looking for someone that completes us and feels right and always continues to love us and never dims that light. Girls get dressed up because they want the attention. Guys are seeking, so they're looking. And hopefully we are finding. Hopefully we are connecting. Hopefully we are lock and key, step and step, and equally yoked. But unfortunately, part of life also is loss and heartbreak and people that aren't meant to be together. And maybe it is 72 hours, 36 hours, 24-hour love. Maybe it is just a one night stand. Maybe it's just a flash in the pan. You never know. Welcome to love. It's such a weird, esoteric world where all of a sudden all rules are off. There's no limit. If you know that there's some pussy up three stories, all of a sudden you're Spider Man flying all over the world just to be with them, and then changing up all your plans, staying longer and doing things you wouldn't normally do, bending over backwards, sending messages at midnight and 1 o'clock, and reaching out and trying to touch and connect and feel. You know, we send messages. We used to write love letters and put them in messages in bottles and send them out into the oceans and hope that they reach someone. Now we send fucking DMs and like tweets and stalk them on their OnlyFans. It's just a different level of love. And that's all that it is. So I hope that you find love. You know, that's your morning marijuana motivation. If you got anything out of this, please like, share, and subscribe below. But most importantly, comment. What is love to you? Do you have a love list? Do you have things that you don't want from this person and things that you do want from this person? And have you written it down? Do you have any clue what love language you are? Do you know how you want to be loved and who you want to love? That would be really cool. Or have you already found love and how did you find that love? It's been the question of eternity. My friends do all the tarot card readings too, and they will tell you that all their conversations are based out of love and relationships. Like, does he love me? Is he the right one? It's been going on for forever. You go to the Wailing Wall, there's girls. What was that? That crying wall where the women would go, and if they write the love letter and they put it into the wall, they find the love that they're looking for. And all these girls kept showing up, putting their wish list and this love list into the wall, and it would come about. I don't remember the name of that movie, but there's a movie out there about that. It was a really good movie. So I hope you write a list. I hope you put it in the wall, and I hope that that person comes and finds you. That's your morning marijuana motivation, peace and love, and as always, chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. And as always, ciao, peace. I'll see you.